Hi everyone. Welcome. If this is your first time here, my name is April. This is Plan with April. If this is a return trip for you, welcome back. I am so very glad you are here. I'm going to be planning out October 6th through the 12th. And yeah, we're going to go with meal planning, the whole kit and caboodle. I pulled out some washi tape. This is like witches' hats and, oh goodness sakes, witches' hats, potions, cauldrons, brooms, all sorts of fun stuff. And then the other one that I just threw somewhere and it rolled maybe under my desk. I'm searching for it. Here it is. It is bats. And the theme is going to be purple and black. Although black is a really hard color to use in planners other than pens, so that's probably where I'm going to use it. I'm going to take the bats, and that is what is going to be my focus on the inside. I just think these are totally cute for Halloween. They're a little bit spooky and I'm loving the color. So if you do not have a punch for the Happy Planner, this might be something you don't want to do. I, amidst all of my things, have two. I have one for the big Happy Planner and then one for the classic Happy Planner. So depending on what I'm doing, I've got the tools for both. So I figured why not, since we're using our stash, also use the tools that we have as well. So that's what I'm doing. Bum, bum, bum. How was everybody's weekend? It is Sunday today when I'm filming, so I'm not sure when this will go up. Hopefully early in the week. I've got a little catching up that I needed to do, so I put out a video with the last week of September and kind of caught you guys up there. And so yeah. Yes. Did I do both sides of that one? Okay, good. So I've got that one. Let's do this one. It is looking like it's going to be a steady week coming up. I already know what my tasks are going to be at work, and it's going to be the week that I come home and I will have absolute decision fatigue from the whole day. So we have done a good job sitting down this morning doing meal planning. So maybe that is where I will start first, is our weekly meal planning. I am going to be adding some purple marker to this, and I think what I'm going to use, I was going to use a Tombow, but I don't really have, maybe this one. Yeah, okay. Like, don't really have, yeah, okay. This is the 623. Do you know what colors I don't have in Tombows? Are the oranges. I don't have any like pumpkin oranges, and I was a little disappointed for the month of September that I didn't have any pumpkin color. So I'm just going to take this, again, it's a 623. I'm going to lay it pretty flat on its side, and I'm just going to go through and highlight the days of the week. I really like this purple theme for Halloween. I am a huge fan of Halloween. I love decorating for Halloween. I love going trick-or-treating with our grandkids. Even when I was a kid, I really liked Halloween. So it is fun to decorate my planner with you. On Monday, we are going to be doing chicken sausages, a green salad, and steamed broccoli. I will give you a hint on green salad. We are watching our intake and being more conscious about what we're eating. Salad dressings, depending on what they are, can have a lot of added calories to your salads. So if you like balsamic, just simply mix that with one of your favorite berries, like a raspberry, blackberry, boysenberry, and put it in the food processor or like a Ninja and mix that up together. Add a little bit of lemon or lime juice to it, and you've got a really, really wonderful salad dressing with fewer calories. A lot of times I will just take a lemon and squeeze it over my salad, and that's my dressing. I have also found that I really like the taste of mustard with just about anything, from cauliflower to chicken sausages, and that is a really good alternative to a dipping sauce that has tons of calories in it. So just a little something there. And because we are eating smaller portions and we're trying to use up everything that we're cooking during the week, every other day is going to be a leftover day, which doesn't sound exciting, but honestly, it's not that bad. So Tuesday is going to be leftovers from Monday. And then Wednesday is going to be elk steak fajitas. Wes is going to make the corn tortillas for those. So then Thursday, we'll have those as leftovers. And the elk wasn't actually ours. We didn't harvest it. One of my friends at work did. So I traded him some homemade jelly and jam for some elk steak. I marinate this a minimum of 24 hours in a combination of orange juice, apple cider vinegar, salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and is there anything else? I think that's it. And it just stays in our fridge and marinates a minimum 48 hours or 24 hours. 48 is better. It just kind of takes that gaminess out of the steak and just tenderizes it a little bit. Not that it needs a whole lot, but it's a very lean meat, so it doesn't have a lot of fat in there. And then Friday, what are we doing Friday? Hold on, I've got sausages. Are we doing pork? I think we're doing pork chops. Goodness. Oh, no, we are not. We are doing ground chicken. That was a goober. Sorry about that. Ground chicken tacos, and then leftovers. And then Sunday's our meal prep. So usually Sunday, whatever is left in the fridge, we will look at it and see if it's still good to eat. If it's still good, we'll eat it. If not, it goes away. But we are really doing a good job at not throwing away a bunch of stuff, and I'm super proud of us for that. We have, in the past, we have fallen into that trap of purchasing too much like produce earlier in the week, and then it goes bad towards the latter part of the week, and we just don't allow ourselves enough time to eat it. So we're trying to do a better job of only purchasing what we need for like the beginning of the week, and then midweek go back to the grocery store and get fresh produce for the rest of the week. So it's a little less convenient than just buying everything at the beginning of the week and meal planning with it, but it is nice to have that feeling at the end of the week where we're not getting rid of so much, I'm going to say money, so much money in our fridge, because it is. I mean, it really is money we're getting rid of. So I am going to put in here that I need from the grocery store. I need oranges so that I can do the marinade. I do fresh oranges and I squeeze them and get the juices that way, so we're not adding any extra sugar. And yeah, if I could grow my own oranges, oh my goodness, I would. Cilantro, if you guys haven't noticed, is pretty much a staple in our family. We both love cilantro. I need green salad. what else do I need? That is it. That is all I need this week because I'm pulling the onions and the peppers from our garden. I have broccoli in the freezer, and Wes will be making the tortillas. Tortillas here, ground chicken is in the freezer. We're eating out of the freezer. We're trying also to do a better job about eating the food that I've already prepped and purchased. For some reason, I throw it in the freezer and then I just feel like it is like ready when we really, really need it. Like when the power goes out or something like that, we'll eat it. And I'm like, no, we need to be going through all of this. So no more heavy meal prepping, like multiple things like breakfast burritos, chicken fingers, nothing like that until the freezer is at a level where we don't have to play Tetris to get one more thing in it. So that's the goal. Tell me if you can relate to that. Tell me if your freezer is a game of Tetris. And do you often find that you lose that game? Because I find oftentimes I lose that game for sure. All right, so I'm going to put this back here and I am going to grab, which sticker book was I looking for? Is it holidays? I thought it was the holidays one. Let me look in this one. I know I already pulled out some Halloween stuff in here, but there might be some more. I just want to see about how big everything is. Okay, so we've got pretty good sizes. I could stay with the theme of the bats and kind of fill in different areas. Why don't I do that? Why don't I just put down this spider's web for now? Maybe. I should have repainted my nails either purple or black. Because it is, I mean, I love the orange. But I feel like I'm in spooky season now. Like one filming I did in oranges and now this filming I need to change and do from here on out purple and black. Which I like those colors. Maybe I'll do that after I get done filming this one. Ugh, I've got something sticky on these scissors and every time I say that, every time I open them, I remember that, but it's always when I'm filming and then I'm like, I need to set these aside so that I can clean them. And as you can see, that has yet to happen. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. All right, so I do have some, I'm gonna put those away. Don't need those. I'm kind of getting cluttered. I also need to clean off my desk because it's getting a little bit crazy. Okay, so Monday, 3 things in the morning. Actually, would I rather put them on here and actually use my sidebar this month? Could I? Could I do that? I think I could. Let's do this. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to write in, or do I want to do circles? This is me being indecisive. So let me go in with my super tips. This was the pastels that I got a few, gosh, I want to say it's a few weeks ago, but it's probably more than that. And I am going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I definitely did not do that great. That's okay. That's okay. We'll do better on the next one. We will make these just a little bit smaller. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Still not great, but that's okay. And then I'm going to pop down here, leave a spot for that, and then do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's fill this in really quick. I am using the 0.7 Energel liquid gel pen. And I am just writing in AM and PM vitamins. And then I'm changing up my handwriting. And then I'm doing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So these will be the boxes that I mark off every day that I take my vitamins in the morning, and then every day that I take my vitamins in the evening. And then I'm going to put in here, this is the chicken sausage. And you're like, April, why are you writing it in your planner if you have this? Because this goes on the fridge. That helps us know what we're cooking at pretty much Wes cooks. And then I get home and we eat together. So this just helps him. And we sit down and do this together so that we know what's coming. And so yeah, this goes on the fridge until the week's over, and then I put it back in my planner. Chicken sausage, broccoli, and green salad. And then leftovers for Tuesday. And then Wednesday we're doing elk steak fajitas. Change up my penmanship just to give it some visual texture. And then Thursday again is leftovers. Again, we're trying to use the food in our fridge, that money that we've earned and our hard-earned cash, and not throw it away at the end of the week, which is such a challenge. Ground chicken tacos. I say this often, but I could live on tacos. And I'm not being dramatic. Okay, maybe a little dramatic, but not really, because I really do love tacos. So I think I will keep with this. So I want to do 1, 2, and 3 each day. These are not exact, and I am fine with that. They're supposed to look a little bit abstract-y. If I try to do perfection, rarely does it work, and then I get frustrated. So when I say I purposely do this, I do. There's no sense in having anxiety over dots. Just no sense in it. Old me would have disagreed with new me. I'm telling you. So 3 things every morning that I am doing that I want to make sure that I continue doing. The walking pad. Reading your comments. Pack and eat healthy foods, especially during the week. I've told you guys, I have a very sedentary job. I do data entry, I do redactions. I'm at my desk a lot. I don't get a lot of steps during the day. So it's really important for me to be able to be on the walking pad in the morning and then back on the walking pad in the evening so that I get those steps in. I get that movement. I get my blood going. I get my heart rate up a little bit. And I'll tell you, I'm feeling a lot better by doing that. Just those simple things that I've started doing is making a huge difference in my mental health and how I feel about going out for the day. Like just being present in the day. I don't feel like I'm burdening myself. I don't feel like I'm like heavy and, that whole feeling. So I'm really enjoying it. And I can't say that I'm really enjoying it, but I am enjoying the rewards from it. If you didn't see my other video, I kind of talked about why I wasn't on YouTube last week, you know, what had been going on, and, you know, that I just had to take a step back and be like, okay, what are we doing here? What is the plan? You know, it's one thing to pack healthy foods. It's another thing to get to work and eat it. So that is why it is pack and eat. It's not just pack. What do you guys think of the purple and the black together for kind of that Halloween feel? Did I already ask you that? I may have. Do you prefer to do your movements in the morning, or do you prefer to do them at night? Oh, did I tell you I finally organized the yarn closet? Holy moly. It's a actual coat closet that I use for all of my yarn. Talk about out of control and having to eat an elephant one bite at a time, because there was so much yarn in there and so many like started but not finished projects. It was truly ridiculous. And Saturday is going to be to prepare healthy snacks. Because that's the other thing. When we're both home on the weekend, we're not big on like making big meals and planning out breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We'll have overnight oats in the fridge ready to go, but we're not like, oh, let's do, you know, an organized lunch, breakfast, dinner type thing. So preparing healthy snacks that we can just snack on throughout the day, whether it be, you know, vegetables and hummus, some cantaloupe, whatever it is, have that all prepared Saturday morning, so that Saturday and Sunday we're set for success. Like, you open up our fridge and there's like a bowl of grapes and there's a bowl of carrots and some snow peas and some cantaloupe. That's what's in there right now. So when you open up that drawer, you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to grab, you know, a handful of carrots, or I'm going to grab a handful of snow peas or some grapes. And it's just a great grab and go. And you don't have to clean anything. It's all been prepped. Everything's just, you know, handfuls and eat. So I really like doing that now and having that available, because if not, I'm going to buy like pretzel rods and tortilla chips and Doritos, and those are going to be my snacks. And they're not going to be a handful. They're going to be a bowl. Like, I'll make a bowl and then I'll, you know, watch TV or whatever. Trying to get away from that. Whoops, I spelled that wrong. Spelled that wrong. I'm just giving it an extra second so that I don't smear the ink when I run the whiteout tape over it. All right, so we've got those laid down. Now I want to go down to the bottom, and I'm going to do 3 more. Not perfect. Oh, whoops. Whoops a daisy. That's okay. We'll still make it work. So over here, I want to do walking pad again. Tea and reading. We've started this new evening habit where We walk on the walking pad for a minimum of 30 minutes. It's closer to 40 most nights. And then for our cool down, we have a glass of chamomile tea, and then we both read our books, which is really nice before you go to bed. It's just kind of like that wind down period. If you've had a busy day, you got everything cleaned up from dinner, and now you've walked on your walking pad for your whatever minutes, and the minutes are determined by what show episode we're watching. So I will tell you, I do not like walking on a treadmill because it's boring. And so we set up Wes set up the walking pads in the living room, and they're both by each other so we can still talk and be in the same room and walk together. And we watch our episode, and it goes by so fast. And then after we're done, we actually watch 2 episodes. One we walk through, and then another one of whatever we, have to watch. And then after that, he makes us our tea. We both spend, half an hour to 45 minutes before bed reading and just relaxing and drinking our chamomile tea. It's been very enjoyable. I think that's a healthy new habit that we've established, and I'm excited to continue doing it as well. We actually watched our grandkids over the weekend, and we got home late Saturday night. So we actually skipped a night of walking, tea, and reading, and we were both kind of like, it's 10:45. Should we just watch an episode, walk really quick, and then have our tea and read for a few minutes? Like, we had been in the habit for long enough that we were both like, I'm kind of missing, our quality time of walking together and then sitting down to have our tea, and then the quiet time of just reading and enjoying, just enjoying the atmosphere, the quietness. And some people might be wondering, why did you get walking pads? Why don't you just walk outside? We totally could, but here in about, I would say, less than 20 days, where we live is very similar to Seattle weather, and it's going to be raining, and it rains sometimes, no joke, like 40 to 45 days in a row. Like, the ground's soggy, everything's wet, everything's cold, and it's not walker friendly at all. So by doing it this way, we've really set ourselves up for success through the winter. And we both have, health goals that we're going towards. So it's really nice that we can encourage each other in doing what we need to do to get to those goals. And so we're both supporting each other. It's nice. It's nice when you have someone to do this with. I'm thankful that he's willing to kind of have a new habit with me and, enjoy our time together. That one needs to go a little bit lower than the other one, but that's okay. That is all right. Oh, I also stopped drinking caffeine, and I will tell you, the withdrawals from caffeine that I had, oofta, they were honestly no joke at all. Almost painful. Like, my headache was worse than a migraine. And if you've ever had a migraine, you know how debilitating those are. This was like having a migraine for over a week. And I have stopped caffeine before in the past, and I'm not a stranger to what happens when you detox literally from caffeine. And for some reason, I always go back to like morning coffee, and I don't know why. I just need something hot to drink. So Wes switched to decaf coffee, which I know still has a finite amount of caffeine, so I'm not drinking it. And if I do drink it, I only fill my cup with like a third, maybe a fourth of decaf coffee, and then I just put hot water for the rest of it. So it's like really watered down, and I haven't noticed that I've had like bursts of energy or anything. So I truly don't think that it's counteracting what I've done for my caffeine-free goal. So that has been tricky, but great. Like I've enjoyed it. I do want to see if I have any purple boxes. I know I have a ton of stickers. I just want to see if I have any specifically purple colored boxes. And I'm pretty sure, I was going to say, there should be some on this side. Or have I used them all? There was one back there. There's a couple up here. I wanted it to be more symmetrical, I think, than what I've got. So I've got one to do there. This is the toughest thing about some Happy Planner sticker books, is they don't really give you 7. They usually give you like 5, and they're just kind of sporadic. That would be my only like meh about the Happy Planner books. Yeah, see, I'm just not finding enough of the purple to feel like I want to commit to stickers. And I don't think, let me see, I do have an all black and white pack. Let me see if I can find it. I've got all my stickers over here hanging out, doing their thing. So let me see if I can find just the black and white one. I know you hear all these stickers, you're like, what in the world? Let's see if I can get anything out of this one. Because just a solid black would also be fine. Yeah, see, I use a lot of them, which is good. I mean, you want to be able to use your stickers. I've got these, but I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, so I've got 4. I could do I know, I'm thinking 4, 4, 4. And then I could use that one with my white pen. That would give us 5. But then what about the weekend? Okay, let's see. So why don't I take Monday? Put Monday down. And then we'll do Wednesday. Sorry, I'm indecisive. I think that is just my brain trying to figure out the best way to use the maximum amount of stickers in a spread. So there's Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. I like how I ask as a question. So there's Friday, and then, because those have the gold foil, so I don't want to mix the gold in. Otherwise, I would have enough if I wanted to use the gold foil, but I really don't think that this is, I don't want to add gold to it at this point. So then I have these really cool like blank ones. And I need 1, 2, 3 of them. I like the polka dots. I think those are really cool. I kind of like these. I think that's really cool. So let's try this one. Where was the polka dots at? Right here. Let's try the polka dots. I don't want it to be too busy, as I say, and then I look at my page and I'm like, too late. Busy is now the thing. Okay, and then the last one, what did I say? I liked this one. Okay, let's try this. I'm not 1,000% on board, but I'm also not like 1,000% not on board, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Okay, so I've got those. I've also got my purple gel pen that I could write in here as well. And then probably gel pen on that. So let me go in with my black pen and I'm just gonna put work. And then let's do filming on Sunday. That works. And then let me put, just to kind of anchor it, or do I want just the plain purple? Maybe the plain purple, because that does feel super busy. Lay that down. Hey, what are you doing?
Came in for a snack.
A pear? Oh, a banana?
Banana.
Nice. I like it. How's your project going?
Good.
Good.
Got another area opened up.
Nice. Here in a little bit, I'm going to walk down to the garden and harvest the peas.
Okay.
Or the beans, I mean.
Okay.
I'll let you know. I will let you know.
Taking a handful of snacks.
I was just talking about how we have a drawer full of handful of snacks.
Yep.
I know, isn't it nice?
It is. I love it.
It is a good thing. The only thing in there that's hard to snack on without a bowl is the melon.
Yeah.
But that's really the only thing.
Yeah.
Carrots. Carrots and grapes. I like it.
Okay, I'm out.
All right, love you.
Love you.
Oh, see, my ink is not where it should be. I might have to go over that later because my ink, I don't use these often enough that they stay inked, so I'll have to play with it, but I will. I won't do that on film because that'll take a minute or two. And then I do have a little bit of space to add things, but I also wanted to pop in and add. Remember we talked about, which one was it? This one. There were some bats in here that I thought we could use to kind of fill in the spread once we got it done. So let's go back and do that. Let me grab my tweezers. And then why don't we do like a bat right here? Oh, we've also got a spider too. Yikes. We'll do a bat up here. Oh, we've got a couple of spiders actually. Another bat over here. Ooh. So cute and creepy at the same time. I think it's the purple that makes it cute, and then the bats make it creepy. Let's do right there. And then let's take this spider. Maybe. If I can peel him up. There he goes. Let's do a spider right here. And then I'm going to grab a thinner ink. a thinner ink pen. I'm just going to follow this line, but I'm going to come from the top of the page. Grab my Sharpie because, there we go. Would you go all the way down? Probably, huh? Well, it's a little crooked, but that's okay. So we've got the spider. I've got another spider's web, but I don't think we need anything in addition. Let me just quickly see. Yeah, I don't think we need anything in addition. I don't want to do the cotton or the candy corn because I think that's a totally different layout. So let me make sure I am in focus. Perfect. So yeah, there is that. We used a couple of washies. We used some skinny washi and then the solid, like a lavender. And then for markers, we used the pastel purple in the super tips and a Tombow 623. And then our pen of choice was the 0.7 Energel liquid gel ink. So we've got this weekly layout looking really, really good, but still enough room that we can add to it throughout the week. And then we have the matching weekly menu. Again, once the week is over, this will go back into my planner, and then I will get these punched and back in, and I hope you have the most amazing, wonderful week, and I will talk to you down in the comments. I love you. Bye.